Isn't it stunning? Here is one of my favourite tents for 2024. It's the brand new Robens Settler Field. And look at it, isn't it stunning? It's kind of a fusion of a traditional tent and something very modern. It's actually the same footprint if you're familiar with the Robens Klondike. So it's the same footprint and shape as that, but as you see, slightly different design. You've got a much larger porch there, and most importantly, you've got these windows that go all the way around. And now we've got the doors open and you can really see how impressive this is. I just sit in here. You've got a fantastic view out, and of course, windows all the way around, plenty of light. Now, this tent has the inner fitted, which is an optional extra, but it does divide the space up into two areas and give you those darkened bedrooms. And the bedrooms here, as you see, they're fairly large. You've got a divider between the two if you want to make it into one big bedroom. You've got little pocket things at the back as well. So you can separate the space up and it just simply hangs off the pole and clips into the side. Now, it's certainly an option if you've got kids and things like that. You might want separate bedrooms. I'm not sure it's something that I would necessarily add as an extra. And that's because we've got a Robens Settler Field here set up without the inner in. So let's quickly jump over and have a look at that. Whoa, and here we are inside the showroom with the Robens Settler Field all set up. Now, the one we looked at outside, of course, had the inner tent set up, and this one doesn't. And as you see, it actually gives you a lot more space. So you do lose that darkened inners and the separation if you wanted that, which you might want if you're taking smaller kids camping with you. But this one here has loads more space. The other thing you need to bear in mind is if you want to have a wood burning stove. Now, there's a new stove from Robens this year that is fantastic. It's got glass most of the way around, so it will be like having a fire in your tent. However, although this tent takes a stove, it's not recommended to use the stove and the inner tent because the stove flue pipe is so close to the inner tent. The last thing you want it to happen is on a windy day, those things touching. So if you're not bothered about the inner tent and you'd rather have a stove, then this is probably more the setup you want to go with. Now, they've set this up, as you can see, with the carpet that comes with, and that is a really, really soft, really nice carpet actually. That just kind of finishes it off. You're almost like in a glamping situation here. They've put two beds together here. I think you can fit more in quite easily. These are two little Robens counter bed and the excellent new sleeping bags that they've got out this year. Again, they look really traditional and they have a lovely soft feel, but they're also got a lot of Robens technical design features. And if we spin around here, we can see the sort of setup and looking out the windows, in this case onto the showroom, it gives you an idea. Now, if we look over here, I think this might be the bag. Oh no, that's a separate one. That's a separate dry bag. That's not the tent bag. Okay. There's the tent bag. Let's go over and have a look at the tent bag. Right, so there's the tent bag, and if it's like some of the other Robens ones that we've tried like this, there's usually a bit of spare in the end there to help you get your tent back in, and also some expansion here which you can toggle up to close up. But that's not a big bag compared to a lot of the large family air tents. That's quite a small bag. Again, see the details for dimensions on the screen. But yeah, I really like this tent. It's got a bit of character, got a bit of practicality. It's very similar to our Robens Cure in a way, but with a bit more light. And of course up there is where you put the stove.